What's up, gamers? It's time for another episode of Heroes Charge on Saturday. That's right, it's the best day of the week because I don't have to work and I usually eat very well. So, let's take a look and see what's on the menu. Alright, so a couple of things I want to do is different is I'm going to show you some of my championship matches only because I don't know if I've ever shown them before, and I actually got to the elite preliminaries. I don't actually plan on doing any better because as far as Grand Arena is concerned, I don't really have like the best three teams in the world. But sometimes I get lucky and I'm able to actually get some other people who are not as lucky as I am. So going to championships, we're just going to check out my rewards and my current wins and losses. All right, so I didn't win too much. So looking at logs, which is how you can pretty much see all your matches. In the first round of the elite preliminaries, I basically beat one person but lost to the other two. Just to kind of show you, if you hit replay, it'll actually take a look at all three of your matches because you do fight on all three. It's not like Grand Arena where if you win the first two, then you're pretty much done. No, like even if you win the first two, the third match still counts. Each victory that you get gives you a certain amount of points, depending. And and basically the way I have my boost set up is I always set it up to where I get more points as I win. So other people they do boost, to help their mages have better attack or their physical attackers have better attack. I don't mess with all of that. All I do is I just make it to where if my team happens to win, so they win on their own merit, no extra boost. And if they happen to win on their own merit, then I get more points for it. So clearly, you see that I won the first and the third game of this fight, hence the reason that I won. But if you look at the other two, and this is round one of the elite preliminaries, not the regulars. I lost all three here, which is sad but true. And I also lost all three here. So, I mean, like I said, in the elite preliminaries, I don't typically do as well. Like I said, I don't really have like teams really well equipped for it. Um, and if I look at some of my past matchups, here are the matches that got me to the elites. So if you want to look at the last three that I did, all three victories there. Looks like I got 2 out of 3 here, and I got all three of them here as well. And then, of course, if you want to go even lower to the very beginning, well, close to the beginning, I'm sorry. I had two pretty easy victories because they were very low level, so I don't even have to look at those. The level 104 person did beat me, all three. That was like my worst loss of the regular prelims. And then on the very first three matches I had a loss here. I lost 2 out of the 3. And then on the two victories that I had, basically got all three there, and well, 2 out of 3 here. So, like I said, sometimes you get paired up against people that are severely lower leveled. Like level 80 something shouldn't be the level 104. I know I said in the past that level doesn't matter, but there is a certain gap that you shouldn't question whether you should be able to win or not. Um, that's just how that is. So, um, basically, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to look at my formation. All right. And I'm not going to really mess with it. And like I said, this is an instructional video as far as how to do well in this thing. I just kind of wanted to show you this as a side thing for new content. Basically, you can look at who your next opponents are. And if you fear that one of these teams are going to beat you and you don't stand a chance, you have one attempt to more or less refresh it. Best way to look at it is you can look at their overall power, which is the bottom part of each person, or you can look at their arena rank, which will also kind of give away how good their teams are in general. So clearly, the one on the top has the best ranking in their server, and they have the highest power among the three of my opponents. So and they're level 105 compared to the other two. So I have a lesser chance of beating this person. So I'm going to switch them out. And not much better. Let's just be honest. Still highly ranked, still a lot more power, still level 105. this pretty much tells me that I am going to lose all three of these more than likely. Oh, you can see some of their setup. Oops, let me go back. If you tap on any of them, I tapped on the one in the middle. Um, you can see the first three teams that they have, the first three people of each team, to give you an idea if you want to switch your teams around. I don't really switch them around because, again, I don't really take the championship too seriously because I don't have, you know, three solid teams yet. I try to work on just one team at a time now and make them the best. These are people who have been playing probably longer than I have, maybe spend more money than I have, whatever, and just, they already got set up. I'm just kind of behind, so. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys this is how you do it. And if I wanted to change my setup, I can just tap on the team. Oh, I mean, if I wanted to change my boost, here are the four boosts you can do. See, like, I get basically 20% scores when I win. You can get 500 strength, I can get 500 intelligence, or 500 agility. Because those are the three types of heroes you can have: strength, intelligence, agility, typically. Um, and that's more or less it on that front. So, uh, thanks for those who were wishing me luck in the background of my guild. I appreciate that, but let's just be realistic here. I'm not going any further. Um, Another thing I kind of wanted to try to do, and I'm just gonna try. I don't have that many diamonds or gems or whatever you want to call them. I only got about 2,800, so it's. I'm gonna attempt, and I'm saying attempt, to get the weekly hot sell hero. I don't even know why they call him the weekly hero when technically it's the monthly hero, but we're gonna attempt to get him. So let's see if this works out for us. All right, for attempt number one, number two, number three, number four, number five. Oh wow, we got him on the fifth attempt. Nice. We got werewolf Hansen. Sweet. I actually didn't think I was gonna get him. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This time I didn't get trolled. Oh man, I'll take it. All right, so let's take a look at his abilities, and we'll see, um, if I'm gonna be excited about him or not. Last time I did the Hot Cell Hero, I was very, very excited about Divine Knight. That I actually pushed him more than I normally push Hero. But before I go back, I'll come back to him. But let's go back to Werewolf, one we just pulled. All right, so let's take a look at his abilities and see, our initial thoughts. So first off, his Act Ultimate. Let's see. Oops, if I can never get it to work. He turned himself into a wolf, increasing his attack damage, attack speed, and lifesteal ability. So that's actually kind of cool. So I mean, what you would expect? He goes ultimate, he becomes a lot better. Okay, that's a cool ultimate. He summons two wolves to fight for him. Oh, so he actually makes clones. This is interesting. Um, he howls and grants bonus damage to all allies. Ooh, I like that too. It's all about teamwork here. And his other ability, which is usually passive, enemies damaged by Hansen will, or Hansen, however you want to pronounce him, will be reduced in armor value, and they will also get stunned if damaged by Hansen's ultimate skill. That's actually kind of solid. I kind of like this guy. Now, I'm not going to super push him because I pretty much blew my load pushing Divine Knight, but this guy seems like he's worth it. He seems like he's going to be the person, another one that's going to be good in Guild Raid, which we're actually going to do today in this episode. But I think he will be good. I mean, mainly anytime someone has the ability to boost everyone's, attack damage, as far as like the whole party, that's usually a sign that he's good in the Guild Raid. But yeah, in my opinion, I think that in Arena, he has a chance. I don't know how I feel about him in Arena, but he might be pretty good. As far as Guild Red, I think that's where he's going to really, really be good. So, yeah, he's definitely worth pushing if you have the resources. Now, as far as Divine Knight, because I kind of want to go back to him, um, someone actually made a good point, Mr. Mustard himself. I appreciate all of your comments. You've been actually very helpful, very insightful, and very supportive, and I appreciate that. Um, Basically, he reminded me that we have this thing called the Almighty Soul Stone. I completely forgot about this, that it even existed. And you could actually use the Almighty Soul Stones to um, max out your star powers, more or less. Because what happened is I had made him. I think in the last episode I had made him 4 star, like right before the year ended. And then he had commented, talking about, don't forget you can use the Almighty Soul Stones to push him. And I was like, oh, I completely forgot. So I went ahead and I used, a bunch of Almighty Soul Stones and pushed him to 5 star right then and there. So thanks for that, tip. I actually completely forgot about it. As I always go do it the hard way. So, and I almost have him completed. He's currently red +2. He's almost fully equipped and fully enchanted. I'm just missing one more equipment. As a matter of fact, the only thing that I'm missing is this little item right here, Rage Sword. Just hoping that either A, I can win it in the Grand Challenge, or maybe somehow I'll luckily get it in Guild Raid. I don't really foresee that happening. I am next in line, but I think we got a couple of stages beforehand. Alright, so I've been kind of preaching to you guys about how Divine Knight is going to be pretty good in Guild Raid. Let's test the theory, right? Just me blowing smoke up your rear end. Let's just see it in action. Alright, so where are we at here? Okay, this isn't really a good example. There's only one person to fight. Um, Let me try something else. Of course, it'd only be one person to fight. I was hoping I could actually show you guys. Man, apparently we've been tearing it up a little bit here. I didn't want to do one of the. Well, this is a boss fight. I'm not gonna do that. I really didn't want to do a low level, but. Mm. Okay, so I might not be showing you guys today how good he is. Yeah, we're not doing 13 or 14 right now. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to try to finish off chapter 17's little spot here, and hopefully I can get to where I'll be the first to attack. 26% is going to be hard to do. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Okay, so let me take him out because he's not going to be that useful here. I wasn't necessarily prepared for this. I was really hoping I could show off Divine Knight and Guild Raid today, but it might have to wait. Ninja Assassin is not quite where he needs to be, but this is about the best I can do at the moment. I'm just hoping, I'm kind of rushing this to hope I can do enough damage for it to make a difference. Anytime there's only one person left to attack, I switch up the team I would normally use. I always leave it on ×4 just because a lot of times I can just let it autoplay and it does what I need it to do. But it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to finish it off though. That physical shield's just too much for me. Yeah, it's not going to work. Alright, so unfortunately I'm going to have to show off Divine Knight at a different episode. However, we did do okay damage, but nothing really to brag about. 2%, yeah. So unfortunately, we'll have to wait till another video to show you how good he is in Guild Raid because I'm not going to be able to finish off that guy either. So another episode, we'll do that. I promise. Alright, so moving right along. Let's go ahead and check out the Grand Challenge because I don't think I've actually ever showed you guys actually be playing before. I always do difficulty 5. We're actually, since it's Saturday, it's tiers 31 through 35, so you'll see me actually deal with the most difficult of scenarios. This doesn't look like a difficult team. That's very misleading, though, because a lot of times these teams that look innocent are actually kind of difficult to deal with. I typically just use Fallen Dominion, Death Knight, Vengeance Spirit, Griffin, Puppet Master. They've been pretty much helping me along. You might be able to find a better team for this, but this is the team that's been helping me out. A lot of times when I'm doing this, Uh, I will pretty much retreat if I lose someone in the beginning because a lot of times it's a matter of RNG if he'll do well or not. And every now and then I may have to make, certain adjustments uh, so that I don't lose certain people. Like sometimes you have to sacrifice, like maybe not so well developed people. See, in this example, this team that I'm using is definitely not going to work, so I need to figure something else out. So, for example, because it appears that she's not going to be very helpful, or if she's going to be helpful, I need to take someone else out. So maybe I can take out this guy. Maybe put in Rose Fencer. He's pretty good at stopping females, since this seems to be an all-female lineup. Um, Death Knight's going to stay in because he's really just the best tank that I have. Since Master Mage is pretty good at removing people from the game, I can probably get Cloudwalker to maybe get some clones in the way while everybody else deals damage. So let's see if this team works. And if any of them die, I'm not too worried about it. Oof. Well, I didn't want Vengeance Spirit to die. So this is pretty much the struggle that I deal with once I get to tier 31. Usually it's pretty smooth sailing until I get here. But yeah, I'm just going to take her out because clearly she's not going to do it for me. I might just try Ice Mage and see if I can get her to do something. Yeah, that's pretty much what this turns into. Is a lot of just resets until you get the fight scenario that you want. See, as you noticed here, I made the necessary adjustments. Nobody even died this time. And that's pretty much what you need to do. I will take a look at the stats, just, why not? Uh, Usually, Puppet Master has been MVP in damage lately. He's a lot better than I expected him to be, and I'm glad that I pushed him. And yes, I'm listening to Final Fantasy 13 music, or 13.2, I should say, because that was the actual best one in my opinion. But that's a different video. If I ever do those videos. Let's see. This time we have. I don't know. We're gonna go back to my. Actually, let's try this team. Let's just see if this will actually do something. Okay, so Master Mage died, which is fine. She's not really one of my top elite ones, so I don't mind if she dies, really. Oh, that's right. It was Rose Fencer that died, not Master Mage. It was their Master Mage. Or, never mind. Just never mind. It was my Rose Fencer that died, and I'm not worried about it, is what I was trying to say. Okay. So I just kind of want to show you guys that, yes, this is doable. You can do this. No, yes, I am level 104, so yes, I should be able to do this anyway. But honestly, I'm not nearly as good as I should be, as far as compared to some of the others that are in this level or even lower. Oh, hold up. I forgot there's a ninja assassin here. I need to make adjustments. Against ninja assassin, I like to run um, Witch, I believe her name is. She pretty much kills him in his tracks. There we go. Ninja assassin's dead. I lost Ice Mage. I can deal with that. And there we go. So, like I said, I didn't lose any of my best. I lost Ice Mage. She's someone that's kind of a throw-in for me anyway. If you can avoid losing your best people, that's the best way to do until you get to about 34, 35. Then you might be able to go all out with your best people. Another ninja assassin, so we're going to keep Witch in. Um, no, not him, sorry. We're going to probably try. I kind of know, not you. I'm going to try her. I know that they have Rose Fencer, but I'm hoping that I can not have a problem. Okay, that didn't work at all. Yeah, anytime there's Rose Fencer and Ninja Assassin, you shouldn't probably rely on Witch, nor am I going to rely on her either. So we're going to do Lightbringer this time. If there was no Rose Fencer, Witch would be fine. We can't do it this time. And we're going to go ahead and use Griffin. We're going to use one of our best ones. Having one female is okay. Rose Finch is not going to destroy you if you have one female in your party. I will just make sure that she's in middle or back line. Okay, so Ninja Assassin kind of killed Lightbringer, but that's okay. He did his part. I mean, his whole idea was to make sure, Ninja Assassin didn't kill any of your important people. So there you have it. So now I got one more fight left, which is, the last of the last. And what we're hoping to do today is see if we can get the last Rage Sword that I need from 515. And this is not a fun team to go against. Not in this scenario. Well, let's see what happens. And I'm just gonna let it completely play out. Because even if I lose some people, as long as I win at the end, that's all that really matters. And it looks like we got it a lot easier than I thought we would. Wow. Apparently, I underestimated my teams. But of course, our homeboy, Mr. Puppet Master, MVP. And let's see what items we get. Okay, not what I want, but they're good items. But at least I got to show you guys something different, which is kind of what I want to do with these videos. Because I'm going to try to post more videos about once a week. That's kind of what I promised. So that's what I'm going to do. And I kind of want to do this just to give you guys something different to see. So it's not the same old stuff every day. But, okay, so we dealt with championship, we dealt with grand challenge today. I made one correction because I did talk about potentially pushing dual wield, but I was told that dual wield's not so good, and you might be right. I might not push him, but instead, I will push Arcade Sapper because he is pretty good, and if I'm not mistaken, his level 105, I think he's 104. Yeah, he could be 104 in his last equipment. So he's worth pushing. And another notable hero that I'm also going to push to red eventually is going to be Desert Lycan. He's actually good in both Guild Raid and he's also good in Arena. So he's definitely someone worth pushing once I get to it. It's just right now I'm just focusing on one person at a time. So that's why I haven't quite started one of them yet. I'm trying to finish Divine Knight and then I'll go on to the next one. Which I haven't decided who is going to be the absolute next person to work on. Oh, and I also got Chemist to 5-star. I don't know if I ever told you guys or not. Definitely worth using him in War of the Gods. Um, Something else I was going to bring up too. I'm trying to remember what it was now. Okay, well, all right, I'm a little off in my mind here. But what I'm going to go ahead and do before I end the video, we're going to do another War of the Gods fight. Just because for me it's kind of the most interesting thing to see. You get to see all kinds of people in all their glory. So let's search for an opponent. Okay. So it's up to me. So we're going to start off with Divine Knight because that's what I pretty much do in the beginning. I'll move my chat head to the very left for now. My cat's still chilling in the background here. He always usually in my videos, you'll usually see him creeping up, as I sit down because he likes to just be near me all the time. He's cool though, he's a good cat. Alright, so because he has a frontline female, I'm just going to run. Well, actually, no. I'm going to eventually put in Rose Fencer, but for now, just to bait him into running more females, I might just run like something else, like Desert Lycan, since I talked about him. And we'll just throw in a backline hero. Let's just say, why not, our dear friend, Mr. Puppet Master. So the next thing I'm going to put in is Rose Fencer. I just didn't want to put him in yet because then he won't potentially run any more females. See, now he has 2 females. Rose Fencer is going to tear them apart. And, not sure who I want to put in the front line. Fine. We'll use a commander too. And then I'm going to use Hidden Needle as my bench player, my bench warmer, if you will. So because he has two frontline females, my Rose Fencer should dominate. Against Shiva. Okay, so not a whole lot seems to be going on at the moment, but Rose Fencer is more or less keeping their front line from doing a whole lot. It almost looks like I'm losing, actually. There we go. Hidden Needle's got her pink aura up, which means she's going to be tearing it up. Their Ninja Assassin didn't do squat, and there you go. Quick look at the stats. Puppet Master, Divine Knight, and Desert Lycan getting them 6-digit numbers and damage. But yeah, a good trick to use is save Rose Fencer as a part of beating either your fourth or fifth pick, just in case they end up you can bait them to run females, and if you throw in Rose Fencer, it completely destroys them. All right, so now we're gonna go with Turtle Fighter and Griffin. I don't fear Manipulator anymore. I used to. Let's see, now he's running Rose Fencer, which no longer matters because I'm not running any females. We'll do that guy. Why not? Oh, you know what? I forgot about this guy. Yeah, let's run him. I just talked about how I just got Chemist, and now I can show him off. Okay, so clearly this person doesn't have any many more good heroes, I'm guessing, or he's just giving it to me. Alright, so that's fine, I'll take it. I'm thinking my bench warmer this time is going to be Emberblade. Remember, Emberblade to me is one of the best bench warmers. Emberblade, Hidden Needle, and I forgot who my other one was. I think it was I forgot already. Might have been like Ninja Assassin. Of course, I'm on the right side. I didn't mention that the last time, so if you guys got confused, my bad. Remember, Big MCC is always the one. And even though my actual YouTube name is OG Crunkster, Big MCC is actually the gamer tag I normally use in games. At least I was using in the beginning. Because that was actually my very first screen name when I used to do email. I still do email, but you know what I mean. And looking at these stats, that was a pretty easy fight. Now, even though I was on the right side, my stats will be on the left. It's a little bit weird. Anyway, Sorceress pretty much dealt the 200k, which is fantastic. And then Fallen Dominion was there at a little over 115k. Emberblade didn't have to even show up, so that's pretty cool. So yay, victory. Let's go ahead and do one more, because that wasn't necessarily as challenging as it could have been. We're going to go up against Thor. Let's see what people he used. But yeah, a lot of times this game is a game of chess in all reality. You're just kind of throwing in different people just to see what happens. Actually, let's go ahead and do Chemist in the beginning. We're going to do Hot Cell Heroes. Actually, maybe I should make this team nothing but Hot Cell Hero teams. That's not a bad idea, right? But I should know because I don't remember who was all Hot Cell and who wasn't. So no, we're not going to do that. Because my memory sucks. I'm just going to be honest, guys. We'll do Fallen Dominion and let's do Sorceress. Why not? Any one major damage dealer, so Sorceress is going to be that damage dealer. And let's go with Master Mage. I don't really use her often enough these days. Followed by Hidden Needle, of course. Our number one draft pick bench warmer. The team he's using is an interesting team. He put Rose Fencer as his number 6. I don't think Rose Fencer as a bench warmer is necessarily a great idea. I mean, yeah, I have 3 females, but I think he's really better in the opener, like, you know, to dominate in the beginning, because now I'm basically going to be. I'm on the left side, by the way, but I should be able to not care about Rose Fencer, because the damage will already be done by the time he gets in. So yeah, the Rose Fencer's not making a difference at all. Okay, I thought this was going to be a more dangerous fight, but apparently not. But Sorceress over 200k. Good job. Alright, so this time we're going to run our Turtle Fighter in the beginning. So lesson learned, Rose Fencer should be in your first 5, not a bench warmer. Okay, so he's running Ninja Assassin, so we're gonna run Witch because that's like the honestly Witch is the best defense against Ninja Assassin. I always talked about how Lightbringer is good against him, and Lightbringer is, but Witch is more consistent. We do Desert Lycanthorpe or Lycan, excuse me. But yeah, you want to use Witch against Ninja Assassin. Um, hmm. Well, I'm gonna run Commander, and I'm gonna run some females here. Or maybe not. Yeah, one Vengeance Spirit. She's gonna be good. And then we'll run Ember Blade as our, number 2 draft pick, Ben Swarmer. Oh, they're actually running. I forgot her name. She's the one hero that actually I'll show her name in a second. Or yeah, there it is. Demon Assassin. 4 stars. I like her. I think she has potential. I just haven't taken the time to do anything with her yet. I'm on the left side. I use Desert Lycanthorpe. Oh wow, my idea just sucked. Apparently, they killed my witch before she can go off, which is a little awkward now. I might actually lose here. Apparently, my plan was not as solid as I thought it was. Oh wow, that sucks. That demon assassin, she like tore up my witch. That's what happened. Okay, well, that was a interesting lesson to learn there. I got my butt kicked that time. At least now you guys actually get to see a match. Now they're running a Turtle Fighter, which is not a bad idea. I'm going to throw in Griffin, and actually we're going to do Puppet Master. We're going to go for sure win here. Just going to need to run some like top-notch people. We're going to throw in Rose Fencer. Actually, no, we'll make him the last thing I picked to give him room to throw something else in. Not sure what to reuse. Oh, wow. Oh, I know who to use. Where is he? Okay, so my Rose Fencer is going to dominate here. Alright, and who was my bench warmer that was going to run? Was my number 3? I forgot already. Was it Ninja Assassin? Yeah, I think so. Let's try him. I didn't mean to pick Frostmate. I couldn't find the guy I was looking for, and it kind of threw me off. Because if you don't use certain people enough, it'll be hard to find them. I wanted to find Time Traveler because he's actually pretty solid too, even at 3 stars. I need to work on him a little more, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, Rose Finch is going to more or less be controlling this match for the most part. There goes Chaplain. There goes my Frost Mage. Oh, I might actually lose. Crap. Ugh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there is a failure there. I should have probably not have picked Time Traveler, despite the fact they did deal some good damage. But I kind of messed that up by kind of rushing things. I really messed that up, but that's okay. That happens. All right, guys. So we're almost at the end of the video here. So I just want to go ahead and bid you guys a very nice, awesome, happy Saturday, and you guys take it easy.